Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Savannah Lion Games in Pooler, Georgia, where I will be fighting a 2,000-point battle between my Dark Angels and Harris's Custodes. So the story that we've got going on here is, after their last encounter trying to get the information from the mysteriously shot down jet that had the information about Cypher's whereabouts, the Custodes wanted more information because they were none too happy that their hard fought and hard won intel had been destroyed on them right before it was in their grasp, and they decided they wanted some answers. So they sent out a force to basically demand answers from Azrael as to why this had occurred, and Azrael basically just thumbed his nose at them and said, "Nope, yeah, deal with it." And that's where they left with. We're left here with a battle over answers and pride and all those different fun things that always seem to happen here in the secrets galore. So, so that's the story that we've got going on. We are actually going to be playing. This is actually a test prep for a GT tournament that I'm going to it this weekend. You will see this right after the weekend, so the Monday after the weekend that I went to the GT. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it goes well. This is a test for that. So we are going to be playing the ITC mission, the Champions mission number 3, Nexus Control, and so that means that there's 4 objectives. There's one underneath there, one over here, one over there, one over there. And the 8 ITC Champions missions, the way it works is each of your turns, if you control an objective, you get a point. If you killed something on your turn, you get a point. At the end of the game turn, whichever person killed more gets a point. Whoever controls more gets a point. And then there's secondaries. So for the secondaries, I chose Kingslayer, who's going to be his shield captain. You'll see in a bit. I chose Old School, which is first strike, so you have to kill something first turn. Kingslayer, or Slay the Warlord, Linebreaker, and Last Strike. So the last battle round that you play, if you killed something that turn, you get a point for that. And then I took Titan Slayer because he has a Bane Blade with him over here, and I get a point for every 8 wounds that I put onto it. So that's my secondaries. Harris chose as secondaries Old School, Headhunter, because I've got exactly 4 characters, and he chose Kingslayer because Azrael gives up the 4 points max if you kill him. So that is the secondaries, and that is the mission. The bonus point for this mission is if you control all 4 objectives at the end of your turn, you get a point. So it's going to be very difficult to do that for any of us. Him because he has such few model count, and me because I'm a gun line. I'm going to do some movement, but not as much as others. So that is the mission that we're going to be playing. That is the story that we were going to be playing. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the 2 armies that are going to be fighting it out.
So for the Dark Angels, I'll be running a battalion detachment and a spearhead detachment. Leading off the battalion detachment, we have Azrael and a Talon Master. We have 3 5-man scout squads with bolters. We have a chapter ancient with a bolter. We have a 5-man reaver squad with grav shoots and bolt carbines. We have a dark shroud with a heavy bolter. We have a dark talon. Then for the spearhead detachment, leading it off, we have a Primaris lieutenant with a power sword. We have 2 5-man devastator squads. One squad has 4 las cannons and an armorium cherub, and one squad has 4 heavy bolters. And last but not least, we have 2 9-man Hellblaster squads with plasma incinerators. And then for the Custodes, he'll be running a battalion detachment and a super heavy auxiliary detachment. Leading off the battalion detachment, we have Trajan Valorous and a shield captain with a storm shield and sentinel blade. We have 3 3-man custodian guard squads. 2 squads have guardian spears, and 1 squad has sentinel blades and storm shields. We have 3 Alaris Terminators, each with Castellan axes and Misericordias. We have a squad of Veritas Praetors, 2 with Hurricane Bolters and 1 with a salvo launcher. And last but not least, we have a Bane Blade with 4 las cannons and 4 twin heavy bolters.
All right, so those are the armies going over deployment now for the Dark Angels. I got 1 scout squad here, 1 scout squad over here, and 1 scout squad over here. I've got my Devastator squad with the las cannons over on this side, along with my Primaris Lieutenant. In the center here, I've got my Dark Shroud. I have my Talon Master. I've got the 2 squads of Hellblasters, Azrael and the Chapter Ancient in the middle there. I've also got my Dark Talon over here. I've got my Devastator squad with the Heavy Bolters over here, and then I have in Deep Strike Reserve my Reavers. Going over deployment now for the Custodes. Custodian Guard over here. Custodian Guard in the middle. These are the ones with the storm shields. And then Custodian Guard over there. We've got the Shield Captain back behind them. We have the bikers here. What is it called? Virtus Praetors over here. And we have the Baneblade in the back over here. And in Deep Strike Reserve, he has his squad of Terminators. And Trajan Valorous, he paid a command point to put him into Deep Strike Reserve. He also spent a command point to get Victor of the Blood Games on his Warlord, so on his Shield Captain. So he'll be able to get a 1 reroll per turn, right? So he'll get 1 reroll per turn for that, which is pretty good. So that is deployment. As of right now, the Custodes are going to be going first. Unless I can seize the initiative. Show me a 6. Show me that Phil first. Okay, if I could not throw my dice all over the place. And it fell beneath the table and I only had 1 with me over there. So looking for a 6. No 6 here. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Custodes here on turn 1. All right, movement phase here for the Custodes on turn 1. His Guardian squad here advanced up this direction over here. Only rolled a 1, so they not really fast, tripping in the ruins over here. The Baneblade moved up over this way. The bikes shot up here. They just moved up. They didn't advance or anything like that. These guys stood still back here on the objective. Shield Captain advanced or just moved? He advanced up there, and so did the Guardians. Both of them not moving very fast to move up that way, but they did advance those guys over there. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so starting off the shooting phase now, the Baneblade is going to fire. He's going to fire all 4 las cannons and the autocannons into my Dark Shroud. He's going to fire the Demolisher cannon into my Hellblasters here. He's going to fire his Baneblade cannon into the Hellblasters over here. And he's going to fire the Heavy Bolters into my Devastator squad with the las cannons over here. So we're going to start with the las cannons and the autocannon into him. So the red's going to be autocannon, hitting on 5s because he's -1 to hit.
I got 2 las cannons.
All right, 2 las cannon hits, not bad. That's strength 9, so wounding on a 3. That is 1 wound, so he's going to spend a command point to reroll that. So that is 2 wounds, AP -3. So looking for 6 up saves, making 1 of them, so 1 goes through, D6 damage. 2 damage. All right, so now the Demolisher cannon is going to fire into this squad of Hellblasters over here. So heavy D6, so getting 4 shots. These are going to be hitting on 5s again because they're within the cloud over there. So 3 hits, not bad. 2s to wound. That is 3 wounds.
And it is -3.
AP -3, so 4 up invul save because of Azrael. Making 2 of them. So D6 wounds. That's a dead guy. Does he get to fire back? He does. So he is going to supercharge, and he is going to fire into the bikers over here. So supercharging, rapid fire range. So 2 shots, hitting on 2s because it's the Chapter Ancient. Both hits. Strength 8, toughness 6. So looking for 3s to wound. Rerolling 1s because of the Talon Master. No wounds there. And now the Baneblade cannon is going to fire into the other squad over on the left here. So 3d6 shots. So 8, that's 9, 13 shots. All right, so now these are going to be hitting on 5s because it's still covered there. All right, we'll come back to that. All right, these are going to be wounding on 2s. All wounds, so that is 6 wounds. We have 6 4-up saves. Looking for 4-ups because of Azrael's invul save. Failing 3 of them. 3 will be dead. Do they get to fire back? All of them do, which is killer. So they're all going to supercharge. They're all in rapid fire range, and they're going to fire into the bikers there. So hitting on 2s because it's the Chapter Ancient. All right, all hits.
on threes.
Wounding on threes. Rerolling ones because of the Talon Master. No. All right, so that's 3 wounds at AP -4. So 4 up invul saves. Fails 2 of them.
I'm gonna command point.
He's going to spend you already spent a command point this turn of the shooting. So that's 2 at 4 damage each. So that's
That'll be 2 dead bikes.
Because that's at 4 damage. Oh, no. Sorry. 2 damage total. So 1 dead bike. I was like, that did not kill. They're going to 2 wounds each. So that's 1 dead bike. Not bad. All right. So now the heavy bolters are going to fire into my last cannon bros over here. There's going to be 24 shots. These are going to be hitting on 4s. So this is the first 12 on 4s. We'll come back to that. And then wounding on 3s. All right. So that is all but 2. So that is going to be 6 wounds. AP -1, +1 because of cover, so 6 3-up armor saves. And make them all! Woo! Here comes the next 12, hitting on 4s. We'll come back to that. And then wounding on 3s. All right, getting 3 wounds. 3 3-up armor saves. And make them all 2. All right, so now the bikers are going to fire. The one with the salvo launcher is going to fire into the Dark Shroud. The Hurricane Bolter, who's left, is going to fire into my Hellblasters here. So we're going to go with the salvo launcher first. It's heavy, so he's -1 to hit because he moved, and then it's -1 to hit because of it being a Dark Shroud. So this is going to be hitting on a 4. No hit. And now the Hurricane Bolter's in rapid fire range over here, hitting on 3s because it's because of the Dark Shroud over there. So that's quite a few 2s that would have been hit. And then these are strength 4, looking for 4s to wound. Getting 1, 2, 3 wounds. 3 3-up armor saves. And I failed 1 of them. All right, so now that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, his bikers here are going to charge into my Hellblasters. My Hellblasters are going to supercharge and fire into him over here. So we're going to go one at a time here. So the first guy hitting on 6s, getting 1 hit. I'm not going to re-roll that, even though it's a miss, because I don't feel like killing them. 2 misses. Re-rolling because of Azrael into a hit. That's 2 misses. Getting another hit and a miss. 2 misses. Re-rolling because of Azrael. Oh, into a 1, so 1 guy is dead. Does he get to shoot again? He does. So he is going to be hitting on 2s because he's also supercharging again. That's 2 hits, so that's a total of 5 hits here. Strength 8, wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the Talent Master there. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds at AP -4, so 5 4-ups. Fails 1 of them, so that is going to be 2 damage onto one of the guys over here. All right, so now they need an 8-inch charge to get in. Making it in. All right, so starting off the fight phase here. Azrael did heroically intervene into them over there. So they are going to attack into the Hellblasters because that's the ones they charged. So these are going to be hitting on 2s, 4 attacks each. All right. So that is going to be 5 hits.
3s rerollable.
Strength, wounding on 3s, rerollable. All right, 1 reroll there. All right, not meant to be, so that's 4 wounds. AP -3, so it's 4 4-up invul saves because of Azrael. Making 3 of them, so 1 goes through. What's the damage? Oh, D3 damage, 1 damage. All right, so now my Hellblasters are going to attack into his bikers over there. We have 7 guys left there. This guy's just got to come around there. 7 guys left over there. 1 is the sergeant, so that is going to be 15 attacks coming in. These are going to be hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of Azrael. All right, all but 1 hit, not bad. These are going to be wounding on 5s though because of the because he's toughness 6. Re-rolling 1s because of the Talent Master. So that is 3 wounds. 3 AP nothing wounds, so that's going to be 3 2-up saves. Failing 1, so he takes a wound. And now Azrael's going to attack in. He's got 5 attacks, hitting on 2s. All right, that is all hits. His sword is strength +2. So it's going to be, it's going to be strength 6. Their toughness 6, so these are going to be wounding on 4s. Rerolling 1s because of the Talon Master. Whoop. All right, so it's going to be 2 wounds. 1 is a 6, which is there's an automatic mortal wound, so that first guy's going to be dead. So now you've got 2 that are at AP -3, so 2 4-ups. Making 1, failing 1, so D3 wounds onto that last guy. 2 wounds, so he's down to 2 wounds. All right, at the end of the fight phase, I'm going to spend 3 command points for Honor the Chapter and have Azrael attack back in there. So he's going to get attacked for a second time. Do I get one of those command points back? I do not, so I am down to 7 command points because I had 5 for the battalion, +1 for the spearhead, +1 because Azrael is my warlord, and plus another 3 for base. So 10 total I started with, now I'm down to 7. But Azrael will be attacking back now. Whoa, I'm knocking everything over here with my dice. So 5 attacks, hitting on 2s. All right, that's all hits. Wounding on 4s. Getting 3 wounds, none of them 6s, so no mortal wounds in there. So we've got 3 4-up invul saves. Failing 1 of them.
It's D3.
It's D3.
I'm in command point.
He's going to spend his command point on that one there.
Down to 3.
Down to 3 command points. No, so it is going to go through. D3 mortal wounds. 2 mortal wounds, and he is dead. All right, and that is it for the Custodes turn here on turn 1. My opponent at the end there does hold an objective, so he gets 1 point for that, but didn't manage to kill a unit, so he doesn't get any points for that. So that is it for the Custodes turn. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. My scouts all stood still. Las Cannon Bros stood still. Heavy Bolter Bros stood still. Everyone here shuffled up over this way, and my flyer flew up over that way, going straight over that way. And that is it for the movement phase. So we will now move on to the shooting phase. All right, start off the shooting phase. My Las Cannon Bros are going to fire into his Bane Blade. Bane Blade. So the red is going to be the one with the signum. So these are going to be hitting on 3s and 2. All right, so that's all hits. Strength 9, so wounding on a 3. That is going to be 3 wounds there. I'm going to spend a command point on this one. So that is 4 wounds. Do I get the command point back? I do not. So I'm down to 6, but that is still 4 wounds that have gone in there.
Yep, 4 or 5 ups.
So we've got 4 or 5 ups because he does get cover because it's 50% obscured over here. So 4 or 5 ups. Yeah. Making 2 of them, so 2d6 damage. Looking at 8 damage. All right, then I'm going to spend the cherub here to fire again at him with the one with the signum. So hitting on a 2. That's a hit. Wounding on a 3. Rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant back over there. So that is a wound. Looking for a 5 up. No, goes through. So d6 damage. 1 damage. And now my Hellblasters here are going to fire into his Custodes over there. I am going to spend a command point to use Hellfire rounds on one of them, who's going to be the one that has the signum. Let me see if I get that command point back. I do not, so I am down to 5. So now we are going to have 9 shots that are going to be going in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, nope, that was over here. So 9 shots that are going to be normal, hitting on 3s. The red is going to be the signum that's got the Hellfire round. So hitting on 3s and 2. All right, missing that. Rerolling 1 because of Grim Resolve. All right, so that's 1 miss. These are going to be strength 5. Well, this is going to be D3 mortal wounds.
Gotta figure that out.
Figure that one out now. So 3 mortal wounds. So that kills a guy. And then we've got 8 hits, strength 5, toughness 5 as well. So these are going to be wounding on 4s. Rerolling nothing because of nothing. Get.
Got 1.
I got 1. AP -1. Well, the back guy is out of cover there. So it's actually going to be it's going to be a -1, so a 3-up save here.
Gotcha. So I'd have to. Okay, I was thinking backwards.
No, okay, it takes a wound.
All right.
So I declared it, and we never rolled it, but he dropped his bomb onto the on the Custodes there. So it's going to be rolling 3d6. Every 4+ is a mortal wound, getting 1 mortal wound. All right, so now this squad of Hellblasters here is going to fire into his Baneblade over here. They are going to supercharge, and I'm also going to spend a command point on Weapons of the Dark Age for them. One guy is in rapid fire range, so we have to do his a little separate. So here, these are going to be hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of Azrael. Okay, so he's going to be dead. Does he get to shoot again? He does. So 2 shots hitting on 2s now. Rerolling because of Azrael. All right, so that's going to be 2 hits there. The rest of these are going to be hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of Azrael. All right, so these are all the hits here. These are now strength 8, toughness 8. So wounding on 4s. Rerolling 1s because of the Talonmaster. So that is going to be, that was a miss there. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at AP -4 into this guy here. 1 second. Yeah, he doesn't get any cover, and my AP -4 goes right through, and that's 3 damage each, 18 damage. He is dead. Does he explode? No. He does not. So he is just dead, though. But wow, that was killer. Forgot to roll to see if I got a command point back from that Weapons of the Dark Age. I do not. All right, so now my Dark Talon is going to fire everything into his Custodes down here. I'm going to fire the Hurricane Bolter first and then the Rift Cannon. So we're going to go with the Hurricane Bolter first, 2 Hurricane Bolters first, 24 shots. Hitting on 2s because of Strafing Run. We'll come back to you with that. So we had 5 misses. These are now wounding on 5s. We'll come back to you with that. All right, so I got 10 wounds. These are now going to be 10 2-up armor saves. 10 2-up armor saves. Failing 1 of them. And now the Rift Cannon is going to fire there. Heavy D3. Getting 3 shots. These are going to be hitting on, it's -1 because of moving to a 4, +1 because of Strafing Run. So looking for 3s to hit. All right, so that is 3 hits. Strength 10, so wounding on 2s. Getting 1, 2, 3 wounds. 3-up invul save because of the shields. Making 2 of them. Damage is 3 damage, so that first guy is just dead. But then if you do get a wound, it's D3 mortal wounds in addition if I have to roll on this thing. So he's going to spend a command point to try to re-roll that. That's probably a fair call. Makes that one, so they are all good. Okay. All right, so now the other squad of Hellblasters is going to fire into this Custode squad. 3 of them are in rapid fire range. They are going to supercharge. So we're going to roll this here. So the first one hitting on 3s. That is 2 hits. Second guy hitting on 3s. That is 2 hits. Third guy re-rolling because of Azrael. So another 2 hits. And then the last 3 guys re-rolling because of Azrael. Ooh, 1 will be dead. Does he get to shoot again? He does not, so that's just 1 dead guy there. These are now strength 8, wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the Talonmaster. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. AP -4. So 4-up invul saves. 6 4-up invul saves. Failing 3 of them, and that 2 damage each. That kills the squad. All right, so now my Dark Strat is going to fire into the Custodes over here with his Heavy Bolter, hitting on 4s because he moved. Re-rolling 1s and 2s because of Azrael there, so that's 3 hits. Strength 5, toughness 5, looking for 4s to wound. Getting 2 wounds. AP -1 becomes 3-ups, fails 1 of them. And now my Talonmaster is going to fire into the shield squad over there with his twin Heavy Bolter. The Twin Assault Cannon is out of range. So these are going to be hitting on 4s because he moved. All right, re-rolling 1s and 2s because of Azrael. All right, so that's all hits. Pretty good. Wounding on 4s. Re-rolling 1s because of himself. Wow, okay, that's really good. So that is 5 at AP -1, so 5 3-ups. Failing 3 of them, so that is another guy dead. All right, so that is it for the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 1. I do control an objective I did kill somebody, which means that I do get both points for that. I also killed more than my opponent did on my turn. I also in old school I got first strike because I killed something in the first turn. I also got all 3 points that I could get from Titan Slayer because of killing his Baneblade there. And then what was the other one I had? I had and then I had Kingslayer, which I haven't touched him yet. So I'm at 7 points to his 1 point because neither of us controls more because we both just control the one objective. And he doesn't have to take any morale tests because they're morale 9, which is impossible for them to fail with a 3-man squad. So that is it, like I said, for the Dark Angels here on turn turn 1. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Custodes here on turn 2. All right, movement for the Custodes here on turn 2. These guards are moving up this way. In came his Terminators here and Trajan Valorous there. His last shield guy stood still back here holding that objective, and then his shield captain moved up over that way. So that is it for the movement phase. At the end of the movement phase, or I should say when these guys were dropped, I declared that I would be Auspex scanning for 2 command points. Do I get one of them back? I do get one of them back, so I'm still at 3 command points left. But now this squad here is going to fire into them. They are going to supercharge their weapons into him. So it's at -1 to hit. So we're going to go, they're all in rapid fire range, so we'll go one at a time here. So these are going to be hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s and 2s. All right, so that's going to be a dead guy, and that's going to be a miss there. Okay, that's re-roll because of Azrael. So that's a hit and a miss. That's a miss, and that's going to be a re-roll into a hit. Those are 2 more hits. That is a miss, and that is a re-roll into a hit. And that's 2 more hits. So this one guy that that died there, does he get to shoot again? He does not. I'm... got 3 command points. I'm going to spend a command point on that one. Nope, so he still doesn't. Do I get it back? I don't. So I'm down to 2 command points. Down to 2 command points. So we got 7 hits. These are strength 8, toughness 5. So looking for 3s to wound. Re-rolling 1s, but there's no 1. So that's 4 wounds that go through there. AP -4. So 4 up invul. So 4 up invul saves. Failing 1 of them. So that is 2 damage. All right, so now into the shooting phase here. His Terminators here are actually going to spend 2 command points, his last 2 command points, on Inescapable Vengeance, which allows them to target a character even if they're not close. So they're going to shoot into Azrael. So 2 of them are in rapid fire range. So these are the grenades, right?
These are the bolters.
Oh, these are the bolters first. So these are going to be hitting on 2s, 3s because of the -1 because of the Dark Shroud. So that's re-rolling 1s because of Valorous there. Not meant to be, so that's 3 hits. Strength 4, looking for 4s to wound. Re-rolling 1s because of Valorous. So getting 2 wounds. AP, it's regular bolters. AP -1. So looking for a +1 because he's in cover. So this is going to be a 2-up save. And I make them both. Woo! And now here come the grenade launchers from them. So that is 2 hits, right?
5 shots.
Oh, 5 shots. My bad. That was D3 shots. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. So that is all hits. Pretty good. Strength 4. So looking for 4s to wound. Getting 1, 2, 3 wounds.
-3.
AP -3. So he's going to have his 4-up invul save. Failing 1 of them. So that's how many wounds? Or just 1 wound into Azrael. And now the spear guys over here are going to fire into the Hellblasters in front here. 1 guy is in rapid fire range. And the what? Oh, they're out of aura from Trajan Valorous, so they're not going to get to re-roll. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. All but 1 hit. So that's going to be wounding on 4s. Getting 2 wounds. AP -1, right? Yep. So 2 4-up saves. And a failed 1. All right, they're damaged 2, so that is a dead Hellblaster. Does he get to shoot back? He does. Yes, he does. So he's going to fire into the Terminators over here. Supercharged because he's dead already. So 2 shots hitting on 2s. So that is 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. That is 2 wounds. AP -4, so 2 4-up saves. Fails 1, makes 1. So that is 2 wounds, so that is a dead guy. And now Valorous is going to shoot into my Hellblasters over here, the 4-man squad. 2 shots, hitting on 3s, so that's 2 hits. Wounding on 4s, getting 1 wound. AP -1, so looking for a 4-up. Making that one. All right, so now this guy's going to shoot his pistol at the jet, -1 to hit, so 3, getting 1 hit. That is a wound.
I'll take it.
AP -1 or no, just regular, so 3-up save. And yeah, he takes a wound.
Okay.
All right, and that is it for the shooting phase. So into the assault phase, his Terminators here are going to charge into my Hellblasters. They are going to Overwatch. They are going to supercharge. So, and they are in rapid fire range. So there's 4 guys here. So we're going with the first one, hitting on 6s. Getting 1 hit. Not going to reroll that because I don't feel like dying. 6s. Not going to reroll either of those. 6s. Getting 1 hit. Not going to reroll that 5, and then 6s. Rerolling. I'm going to reroll that 1 though because of Azrael into a 2. That's a miss, but not a wound. Not a dead guy. That's what's important. So 2 wounding on 3s. Okay, that is 1 wound. AP -4, 4-up invul save, and he's good. And here comes their charge, looking for 9-inch charge. Not getting it in. And now Valorous is going to charge into them. So again, I'm going to supercharge. First guy in Overwatch here, hitting on 6s. No hits there. Not going to reroll either of them. No hits there. Rerolling that 1 because of Azrael. No hits there. And no hits there. So 9-inch charge from him. And ooh, he also does not make it in.
I tried.
All right, so that is the end of the Custodes turn here. He did get a point for controlling objective. He actually controls, I think, 3 of the objectives at this point. So that's pretty good. But that is it for the Custodes. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 2. My heavy bolter bros stood still. These scouts moved, advanced up 2 inches. These scouts advanced up 1 inch. These scouts advanced up 1 inch. My last cannon bros and my Primaris lieutenant stood still. My Hellblasters, both squads, and Azrael and the Ancient and the Dark Shroud all kind of shuffled over this way. My Talon Master shot up over this way. He didn't advance, he just moved. And the Dark Talon dropped into hover mode over there. And then from Deep Strike Reserve in came my Reavers over here. So that is it for the movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 2. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, start with the shooting phase. My Reavers over here are going to fire into his shield captain. Or not shield captain, sorry. His just regular shield bro over here. So we're going to start with shooting the bolt carbines over here. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, not getting to reroll anything over there. So that's 4 hits. Yep, no getting to Grim Resolve. So they're moving. These are going to be wounding on 5s. Getting 2 wounds. 2 2-ups, making them both. All right, so now my Talon Master is going to fire into his shield captain over here. So we're going to start with the twin assault cannon, hitting on 4s because he moved. Rerolling 1s and 2s, so those 3s are misses, but getting to reroll 1s and 2s because of Azrael. All right, so that's all. Those are all hits there, except for the 2 that missed. So 10 hits, strength 6, so wounding on 3s. Right, they're toughness 5. He's toughness 5. Yep, T5. So wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of himself. All right, so that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wounds. AP -1 plus 1 because he's in cover. So 9 2-up saves. And makes them all.
Okay.
All right, because it didn't make a difference here, but he's actually -1 to hit with his Warlord trait. So now he is going to fire the twin heavy bolters into him. These are going to be hitting on 5s. All right, rerolling 1s and 2s. All right, so 3 hits. Strength 5, looking for 4s to wound. Not getting to reroll 2, so that's 1 wound. And that's a save. All right, so now my Dark Talon's going to fire into him with everything. So we're going to start with the 2 Hurricane Bolters. These are going to be hitting on 3s because it's Ballistic Skill 3, +1 because of Strafing Run, -1 because of his Warlord trait. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, so we had 3 misses. These are going to be wounding on 5s. Come back to you with that. All right, so we got 6 wounds, 6 2-ups. failing one of them. And now the Rift Cannon, heavy D3, getting 2 shots. This is going to be hitting on 4s because it's +1 because of strafing run, -1 because of moving, and -1 because of his Warlord trait. So hitting on 4s. I'm going to spend a command point on one of those. So no, do I get that command point back? I do not. So I'm down to 1 command point, but 1 hit. Strength 10, so wounding on a 2. That's a wound. 3 up invul save, and he's good. All right, so now this Hellblaster squad here is going to fire into him. I'm going to supercharge with them, and I am going to spend a command point on Weapons of the Dark Age with them. Let me see if I get that command point back. I do not, so I am out of command points right now because of that. I don't think he got me back a single command point. So here we go. Now come the Hellblaster shooting into him, all in rapid fire range. There's 5 guys left, so we're gonna start one at a time, hitting on 4s. Not getting to reroll that 3. Rerolling 1s and 2s because of Azrael. All right, so that's 3 hits. Rerolling 1s and 2s because of Azrael. Ooh, that 2 is going to kill a guy. Another 2 hits. 2 misses. But let's see if this guy gets to shoot again because of the banner guy. He does not. So we've got 6 hits. Strength 8. Wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the Talon Master there. Oh, that's 3 wounds. 3 up invul saves. Fails one of them. Oh, he's going to use his Victor of the Blood Games reroll. And he makes that killer. All right, so now my last cannon bros are going to fire into his lone guy back over here. So we've got 4 shots. The red is going to be the Signum, hitting on 3s and 2. Rerolling 1s because of Grim Resolve. So that is 4 hits. These are going to be wounding on 3s because he's toughness 5. Not getting... Oh, rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant back there. So that is 3 wounds.
I was excited.
Yeah. So we got 3 up invul saves, failing one of them. So here we go.
66% chance to kill him.
I need to roll 3 or more to kill him here. Come on, D6. Looking for this. 3 up, D6 wounds. Oh, I need. All right, so now my heavy bolter guys here are going to fire into his shield captain. The reds are going to be the ones with the Signum, so these are going to be hitting on 3s and 2s. Rerolling 1s because of Grim Resolve. All right, so all hits, pretty good. These are now going to be wounding on 4s. Not getting to reroll anything, so that is going to be... wow, none of the red ones.
It's like 4 wounds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds over here.
5 2-ups.
So we have 5 2-ups because he's in cover there. It makes them all. All right, so now my Hellblaster squad over here, the 4-man squad, is going to fire into his lone guy back over here. So they're not going to supercharge. So we got 4 shots hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of Azrael. So that is going to be 3 hits. Sank 7, so looking for 3s to wound. Rerolling 1s because of the Talon Master. That is 1 wound. 3 up invul save, and he makes it. And now Azrael's going to fire into the Terminators over here. He is going to supercharge. So hitting on a 2. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Rerolling because of himself. Don't do this. Don't do it. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Philface. Wounding on a 3. That's a wound. 4 up invul save. That's a save. And then my Ancient's going to fire into the Terminators over here. That is not a hit. Rerolling because of Azrael. That is still not a hit. Dark Shroud is going to fire into the Shield Captain over there. 3 shots, hitting on 5s because he moved. Rerolling none of those because they would have been hits. So wounding on a 4. That's a wound.
2.
Ooh, and he fails, takes a wound. All right, that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, my Reavers are going to charge into his guy over here, getting 1 hit.
4.
That is not a wound, so they're looking for a 9-inch charge. Not getting it. And now, my Talon Master is going to charge into his shield captain over here. Hitting on 6s, rerolling 1s because of himself. No hits there, so his charge distance is in. All right, so that's it for the assaults. Into the fight phase, my Talon Master is going to start us off by attacking into his captain over here. I've got 5 attacks, hitting on 2s. All right, so that is not with the -1, so it would have been hitting on 3s, but that's still 4 hits. Forgot about that because his Warlord trait is in the combat and in that, so it's 4 hits. Wounding on 3s. That is going to be 3 wounds at AP -3, so 3 invul saves. Failing 2 of them, so these are going to be 2 D3 damage. Oh man, come on. And that is 6 damage, so that's enough to kill him. Oh, that was real close. I needed that one real bad. All right, so that is the end of the Dark Angel's turn here. At the end of my turn, I do hold an objective. I did kill something on my turn, so I got 2 points for that. At the end of the game turn, I killed more than him, even though it was just 1 model, the 1 unit there. So I killed more than him. And technically he killed more models, but I killed more units, which was important. And then we have we both control 2 objectives, so that is tied. Nobody gets points for that. But I did get all 4 points for Kingslayer because he has 6 wounds, so 1 point for each, 2 points for him, and then 1 point for every 2 wounds I take off him, and then 1 for being the Warlord. So I got 4 points for Kingslayer. And I got an additional point for Kingslayer because of Old School. So that is it for the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 2. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Custodes here on turn 3. All right, movement phase for the Custodes here on turn 3. He has moved up over towards my Reavers over here. The Spear guys have moved up, so have the Terminators, so has Valorous moving up over this way. And that is it for the movement phase, so we will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so his Custode here is going to shoot into my Reavers over here, hitting on 2s. That's 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. That is 1 wound. If I was smart enough to bring a dice, I could have rolled it already, but I didn't. AP -1. Look. Oh, no AP. Looking for a 3-up.
That's a wound.
Nope, and that is a wound. And now the guys over here with the Guardian Spears are going to fire into my Hellblaster squad over here. So these are going to be hitting on 3s because of the Dark Shroud. So that's 4 hits. They are in rapid fire range. So these are now going to be wounding on 4s. That is all wounds. That is 4 wounds. 4 3-up saves. There's no AP on that? Oh, -1, but they're in cover. That's right. Thank you. I just barely, but he's in. So 3-up saves. Making them all. Woo! Now his Terminators are going to fire into them. So they're going to go with the 2 spears and then the grenades as well. So the spears first, hitting on 3s. All hits. Really good. Wounding on 4s. That is 2 wounds. 2 3-up saves. Failing 1 of them. So that is a dead guy. Does he get to shoot back? He does not. And now the grenade launchers. He's getting 2 3 shots.
2s.
Hitting on 3s. Getting 2 hits. Wounding on strength, what is it, 4? So wounding on 4s, that's 1 wound.
-3, so it's
AP -3, so looking for a 4-up save from Azrael. And he's good. And now Valorous is going to shoot into my Hellblasters. Looking for 3s to hit. Getting 1. 3s to wound. That is a wound. AP -1, so looking for a 3-up. There, he's good. All right, that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, his guy here is going to charge into my Reavers. I am going to throw a shock grenade with one of the guys there. So a grenade D3. 1 grenade hitting on a 6. No. What? All right, and then we've got, it wasn't happening there. Yeah, no plasma at least. At least that wasn't Azrael's shot over there, the supercharged plasma. So these are now going to be the bolt carbine shots, hitting on 6s. Yep, gotten 1. Wounding on a 5. And his charge distance. Yeah, he is way in. So now his Terminators are going to charge into Azrael and the Hellblasters. So we're going to start with the Hellblasters, who are going to supercharge, hitting on a 6. Getting 1 hit on the first guy. I'm not going to re-roll that because I don't want to kill him. You know what? No, I am going to re-roll it because I kind of want to kill him. Nope, that's a miss. Second guys. 2 misses, re-rolling into a kill and a hit. And then the third guy misses into another hit there. So this guy, does he get to shoot? He does. Hitting on 2s. That's 2 hits. So that's going to be 5 hits here. Strength 8, wounding on 3s. Not getting to reroll 2s. That's 2 wounds. 2 4-up invul saves. Makes them both. And now Azrael gets to shoot him. He's not going to supercharge because I don't feel like killing Azrael. I'm positive. Rerolling because of himself. I'm so glad. All right, 1 hit. That is a wound. That is a save. So now his charge distance into there is in. And now Valorous is going to charge into Azrael and the 2 Hellblasters over here.
Just the 2
Oh, just the 2 Hellblasters over here. So the 1 Hellblaster squad that's not locked into combat there is going to supercharge. So they are now going to shoot the first guy, hitting on 6s. Rerolling because of Azrael. Whoa, get wherever the hell that one went. I think I just hit myself with that die. All right, so 1 guy's going to be dead. Next one, rerolling because of Azrael. No hits there. Just the 1 dead so far. Rerolling because of Azrael. Nope. Oh, rerolling because of Azrael. Okay, that's 2 dead. Do they get to shoot back? One of them does. He's going to fire it on 2s. That's 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s. No, the Talonmaster is now out of range over there. So it's just 1 wound. 3-up invul save. And he makes it. And his charge distance is totally in. All right, so now his Terminators are going to attack. They're going to put their attacks into Azrael and the Misericordias into, whatchamacallit, my Hellblaster. So here come the attacks into Azrael, hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s because of Trajan Valorous over there. All right, all hits. These now strength 8, so wounding on 2s. All wounds. Oh my gosh, so that's 8 invul saves. So we've got 8 4-up invul saves because of his because of him. Oh boy, here we go. 8 4-ups. Because it's AP -2 at least, right? Yeah. Here we go. 4-ups. Oh no, I'm gonna spend his free reroll because of his Warlord trait on one of them at least. And he makes that one, so that's 4 go through. 4 D3 damage. I need to see a lot of 1s. No, he is dead. Oh, that's killer. And then the 2 Misericordia into them.
2s.
On 2s, hitting.
3s.
Hitting on, wounding on 3s. That's 1 wound.
-2.
AP -2, so looking for a 5-up since Azrael is dead. Nope.
1 wound.
1 wound. All right, so now Trajan Valorous is going to put his regular attacks into the 2-man squad without a wound, and the Misericordia into the ones with a wound. So here comes regular attacks. Hitting on 2s. All hits.
Wounding on 2s.
Wounding on 2s. That's all wounds. 5. AP -3, so 5 6 ups. Getting none, so they are dead. Do they get to fight back?
Got 2 dudes.
They do not. Forgot to check and see if Azrael fought back.
No. Dead and buried.
And then the Misericordia into the other squad over there. That is a hit. That is a wound. Not a save. That is a dead guy. Does he get to fight back? Nope. And now this guy's going to attack into my Reavers over here.
3s.
For 3s?
2s.
Oh, looking for 2s to hit. Sorry.
3s. Yeah, so 2s.
2s. That's all but 1.
3s.
3s to wound. Getting 2 wounds.
3.
AP -3, so 2 6-up saves. Look at those fill faces. Not getting any of them.
So he'll die.
Is it, okay, D3 damage, right? So the first guy dies. And then D3 on the second one is 2, so that's another dead guy. All right, now my Reavers get to attack back. 3 attacks from the Sergeant, 2 attacks each from the other guys, hitting on 3s. All right, not getting to reroll nothing. So that is going to be 3 hits, wounding on 5s. Getting nothing. Now my Hellblaster gets to attack into the Terminators over there. That is 2 hits. That is 1 wound. 1 2-up armor save on the Terminators over here. 1 second. 2-up save from the Terminator over there. That's good. And then he had consolidated into my ancient over there, so he is going to attack back into Trajan Valorous there. That is going to be no hits there. All right, so that is the end of the Custodes' turn here on turn 3. He did kill something. He also controls an objective, so that's 2 points for that. And he also got all 4 points for Kingslayer since he killed Azrael there. So that is pretty good. And 1 for Headhunter because he killed a character there. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 3. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 3. My last cannon bro stood still. Primaris Lieutenant moved up around here. The scouts moved up over this way. These scouts, some of the guys just fell back to consolidate onto the objective. My Ancient fell back out of combat. My Hellblaster fell back out of combat there. Talonmaster stood still. Dark Shroud moved over this way. My Dark Talon went back into flying mode. These scouts stood still, so did my Hellblaster bros. And then back over here, my Reavers fell back out of combat onto the objective. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, into the shooting phase, starting out here, my Dark Talon's going to fire into Trajan Valorous. So we're going to go with the Hurricane Bolters first. These are going to be hitting on 2s because of Strafing Run. We'll come back to you with that. All right, and these are going to be wounding on 5s. We'll come back to you with that. So that's 7 wounds, so 7 2-up saves, failing 1. And now the Rift Cannon is going to fire. D3, getting 1 shot, hitting on a 3 because of heavy and strafing run. That is a hit. Wounding on toughness 5, yep. So wounding on a 2. That is a wound. 3-up invul save. No, goes through. So that is 3 damage onto him. And then because it did a wound onto him, I get to roll on the Rift Vortex table on a 3-up because he's in his top profile. I get to do D3 mortal wounds. Oh! All right, so now he is going to use his Moment Shackles to heal here. So heals D3, healing another 2 wounds, which is pretty good. Heavy Bolter Bros are going to fire into Valus. The red are going to be the Signum, hitting on 3s and 2s. All right. Getting to reroll 1s because of Grim Resolve. Okay, not meant to be. These are now Strength 5, Toughness 5, looking for 4s to wound. Getting 1. Ooh, that was a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds, and no one's there. So 4 2-ups. Failing 1 of them. All right, my scouts here are going to fire into Trajan Valorous, hitting on 3s. Okay, pretty good. All hits there. We'll take that. These are now going to be wounding on 5s. Okay, making up for all that with just 2. Failing 1 of them, though. And now my Talonmaster is going to fire into Valorous over here. So we're going to start with the Twin Assault Cannon. These are going to be hitting on 3s because he didn't move. Alrighty, then. These are Strength 6, so wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of himself. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. AP -1, and he ignores cover, so 5 3-ups. Failing 3 of them, 4 of them. Oh, 4 of them, and he is dead. So because the first floor blocks line of sight in ITC, my Lazbros can only see this guy back here. So they're going to fire at him. Red is going to be the Signum, hitting on 3s and 2. That is all hits. Wounding on 3s. Okay, so that is 3 wounds. 3 3-up invul saves. Failing 2 of them. He only has 1 wound, so he is dead. All right, these scouts here are going to fire into his guards over there. 5 shots hitting on 3s. That's all hits. Wounding on 5s. Getting 2 wounds. 2 2-up armor saves. Making them both. Heavy Bolter from the Dark Shroud into his Terminators. 3 shots hitting on 4s because he moved. That's 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. That is 2 wounds. AP -1, ignoring cover because he's within there. So looking for 3-ups. Oh, he makes them both. All right, so at the end of my turn, I did kill something. I do control an objective, so I get 2 points for that. At the end of the turn, my we both killed 2 units. My opponent killed one of my Hellblaster squads outright and Azrael. And I killed 2 units. I killed Trajan Valorous and his last remaining guard back there. So we tied on that. But I control 1, 2, 3 objectives over here to his 1 objective. So I get 1 point for holding more objectives. I also, and that's it. That's what we got going on. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Custodes here on turn 4. All right, so movement phase for the Custodes here on turn 4. His Terminators moved up this way towards my poor Ancient. And these guards here moved up this way towards my scouts and all of this fun over here. What did my Ancient ever do to you? Oh, wait, he actually did a whole lot. He did lots and lots of things. It's what he inspired everyone else to do. He just inspired all of the plasma to just keep shooting at all times in all directions.
He's got the 2 up. I'm pretty sure he's just grabbing their guns.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Yeah, because of that, he's grabbing the gun and shooting it off there. So he's done a whole lot. All right, so that's it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. Starting off the shooting phase, the Terminators here are going to fire their spear thingies into my Chapter Ancient, and then they're going to fire the grenades into my scouts. So here we go. Going with the spear things into the Ancient first, hitting on 2s. All hit. All but 1 hit. I did the same thing.
Right,
wounding on 4s. Getting 2 wounds.
-1.
AP -1, so 2 4-up saves. Fails them both. That's 2 wounds each. He is dead.
Scouts.
And then 2d3 into the scouts. That is going to be 3 shots, hitting on 2s. That is all hits.
4s.
Wounded on 4s. That is 2 wounds. AP minus.
3.
Oh, AP -3. Yeah, that's 2 dead scouts. And now his Guardians over here are going to shoot their spears into my las cannon bros. So there you go, hitting on 2s, wounding on 4s. Getting 1, 2, 3 wounds. AP -1, +1 because they're in cover over here. So 3-up saves. And I'll make them all. Woo! All right, that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, this squad is going to charge into my scouts. One guy's going to throw a crack grenade. The others are going to rapid fire into their faces. So hitting on 6s. Getting, the crack grenade and one of the bolters hits. Wounding on 3 and a 5. All right, so getting at least 1. That's a save right there. This is totally in. And now these Guardians are going to charge into my scouts and into my lieutenant. So Overwatch from the scouts, 1 crack grenade and bolters. Getting Grim Resolve on these guys because these guys didn't move. Oh no, they did move. They're the ones that moved. They're the ones that didn't move. Yeah. So now my lieutenant's gonna fire his bolt pistol. Hey, that's a hit. That is a wound. That is a save, though, and their charge distance.
Why do I keep using my 6s?
Yeah, you're using up all your 6s. They're in, way in. All right, so starting off the fight phase, the Terminators are going to attack into my scouts over here. These are going to be hitting on 2s. All but 1 hit. Wounding on 2s. Should say completely slicing in half on 2s. Yeah, they did. They are way dead, even though they had those 2. AP, it's -2? Oh, so you're saying there's a chance. There's a chance. So I've got 5 6-up saves. Come on, fill faces. None of them, so they are all dead. And now his Guardians over here are going to attack. 2 into my lieutenant, 1 into the scouts. The 2 into the lieutenant, hitting on 2s. Ooh, not great. Wounding on whatchamacallit? 3s. Getting 3 wounds. AP -3, so I need 3 6-up saves. Failed all of them. And damage is 3, 6, 9 damage. Yeah, he did. Holy cow. And they're 1 into the scouts. That is 3 hits. That is 1 wound. AP -3, 6 up. Is it AP -3? Oh, yeah, 3. Yeah, he's totally dead. And now my scouts are going to try to swing back, hitting on 3s. Getting all hits. That's right. That's how you do it. Wounding on 5s. Oh, yeah, we've got, 4 wounds. 2-up saves. Failed 2 of them. Holy cow. Scouts for the punching, apparently. What? Who does that, scouts? All right, so that is it for the Custodes turn here on turn 4. He does control an objective, and he did kill a thing. He killed quite a few things, actually. So, and he also got killed 2 characters, so he gets another 2 points for Headhunter, which is pretty good. So that is it for the Custodes turn. We'll come back to you after the movement phase for the Dark Angels. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 4. My Heavy Bolter guys stood still. Scout stood still. My Dark Talon dropped into hover mode and stood still. My Talon Master moved up over this way. So did my Dark Shroud. Hellblaster back there stood still. These scouts fell back. Las Cannon Bros stood still. And my Reavers stood still. Hellblaster, not blasters. Down from 18 to 1. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so into the shooting phase. My Las Cannon Bros are going to start by firing into the Guardians over here. Red is going to be the Signum, hitting on 3s and 2. Rerolling 1s because of Grim Resolve. Yeah, that's 4 hits. Wounding on 3s. Not getting to reroll 1s because he killed my guy. So that is 2 in there.
4 ups.
4 up saves. Making 1, fail 1. So that's going to kill the 1 guy. All right, so now my Dark Talon is going to fire into his Terminators over here. So we're going to start with the Hurricane Bolters hitting on 2s because of Strafing Run. We'll come back to you with that.
5s.
All right, they're going to be wounding on 5s. Rerolling 1s because of the Talon Master being there. All right, so that is going to be quite a few. Wow, that was pretty good. I didn't do great on the hitting because I rolled a bunch of 1s, but that is going to be 5, 6, 7, 8 wounds over here. So these are going to be 8 2-up saves, failing 2 of them. And now the Rift Vortex is Rift Cannon is going to fire. So getting 1 shot, hitting on a 2 because of Strafing Run, and he didn't move, so it doesn't have the negative because of movement. So that is a hit. Wounding on a Toughness 5. Toughness 5, so wounding on a 2. That is a wound. AP minus 3, 4 up invul save. No, goes through. So that's going to kill him. Yeah. And then because it did damage to the unit, I get to roll on the Rift Vortex table. So looking for a 3 up on this one. Yeah, with the fill phase. So looking for D3 mortal wounds addition. 1 more mortal wound. Talon Master is going to fire into his lone dude bro. Terminator dude bro over there. So we're going to start with the Twin Assault Cannon first, hitting on 4s because he moved. All right. Pretty good, actually. Yeah, all those misses would have been misses even on 3s. So these are now strength 6, so wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of himself. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. AP minus 1, so 5 3-up saves. Makes all of them killer. And now the Twin Heavy Bolter. Not getting 1 hit. And that's a wound, though. But that's a save.
All I ask.
Heavy Bolter from the Dark Shroud. That is 1 hit. That is a wound. That's not a save. All right, so my Hellblaster, my lone Hellblaster is going to fire into him. He is going to supercharge. So, 1 shot. Hitting. Oh, yeah, he's only got 1 wound. He's not going to supercharge.
See if you go out in the blaze.
Yeah, see if I go into Blaze of Glory for no reason. So, hitting on, I'm not going to supercharge because my opponent is right. That would be silly. Here we go. Hitting on a 3. No, not a hit. All right, so now my scouts are going to fire into his Terminator there. So rapid firing those bolters, hitting on 3s. Rerolling those 1s because of Grim Resolve. All right, into hits. I'll take that. Yeah, Grim Resolve, that's what you do. All right, these are now going to be wounding on 5s. Getting 1, 2 wounds. One second. All right, just out of range of the Talon Master over there, so failed 1, and he is dead. And now my Heavy Bolters are going to fire into his Guardians over here. So we've got the red are going to be the Signum, hitting on 3s and 2s. Rerolling 1s because of Grim Resolve. All right, so 1, 2 misses. These are now going to be Strength 5, looking for 4s to wound. 4s to wound. Okay, 2 wounds. AP minus 1, so 2 3-ups. Failing 1. And that's the end of the turn here for the Dark Angels. So I did control an objective. I did kill something. So I got 2 points for that. At the end of the turn, I control more objectives than my opponent, but he killed more than I did during this turn. So he ended up with 3 points this turn. I ended up with 3 points this turn. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're going to end the game here. So it was a killer game. That first turn by the Dark Angels was brutal, but he fought back and came in and just slaughtered that whole big group in the middle there, which was brutal.
I killed the traitors.
Yeah, he killed the traitors. He feels good. He feels like he got some more victory there when he got to kill Azrael in one fell swoop. That was pretty brutal. But yeah, that was a brutal game. Like we said, this was a test prep, like I said, for a GT. I'm going to be going to the Barnyard Brawl up in Greenville, South Carolina, being run by the Red Barn, which is pretty awesome. I'm excited for that, and I'm feeling good about this list. It feels pretty solid list. At the end of the day, my opponent scored 16 points because he ended up with 7 points for primaries during the play. He ended up with 2 points for Old School, and he ended up with 3 for Headhunter and 4 for Kingslayer. I ended up with 23 points, which is 12 from the primaries, 4 for Kingslayer, 4 for Old School, and 3 from Titan Slayer. So I maxed out my secondaries that I possibly could have gotten, because even Titan Slayer was only going to get me 3, and none of the other ones I felt were going to be possible with my list. So pretty brutal, pretty good game. I really had a blast, and I'm really feeling good about my list going into this tournament, so that's pretty awesome. And my opponent was, as he always is, a blast to play with. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. I have been Phil the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent's been Harris, and until next time, have fun.